everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn French with Adhya. In this video, we're going to be learning about how to make our simple writing structures very complex. As you know, since the start of my channel, I've been working on small parts which are going to help you to make basic sentences according to your level, which is beginner. But there are some phrases in French which can help us to make very complex structures and it will impress the examiner basically. And they're pretty easy and interesting to learn. So this video is going to be pretty interesting and it's going to be very helpful for your French exams. So let's get started. So it's basically called the complex vocabulary. So first we have the introductory phrases and they help us to present new ideas, right? So if like in English I say, firstly, I would like to begin with a quote. So firstly is sort of introducing my introduction, which could be by a quote or whatever introduction you have according to whatever writing format you're using and what you are writing. Okay, it's not just for an essay or for whatever. Okay, so introductory phrases we have tout d'abord, okay, which means firstly, and there's premièrement, which means firstly as well. So in tout d'abord, the pronunciation of D and A is joined. Okay, so I'm not gonna say de a. Like E is the apostrophe right now, and it's all supposed to be pronounced because if you're still gonna pronounce it, that means there's no use of the apostrophe, right? So you join the pronunciation and you say tout d'abord, okay, not tout d'abord, okay. That makes the pronunciation very incorrect. Then there is premièrement. It means firstly. So what does it mean firstly? Because premier means first. Okay, and when you say that my birthday is on 1st of August, like it is in your real life, so I'm not gonna say it's on out. That's not what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say premier out because it's not on the 1 August, it's on the 1st of August, right? So that's why. Then, why is there MENT? Well, as I told you about the adverbs and the rules, if you haven't checked out that video out, please check it out because it's pretty important if you're learning this. So, because I'm having LYD and this is an adjective, I mean an adverb, right? So that's why. Then coming to the next one, we have connecting phrases. What do they help us with? They help us to connect new ideas and sections. So if I have two different ideas in my sentence and I want to connect them rather than writing them in two different sentences, I can use connecting phrases, right? So if I want to say, I want to eat, but I'm not hungry. So these are two different ideas and which is completely opposite, right? Because if you want to eat, you're hungry, but then I'm saying that I'm not hungry, right? So we have a, which means and, de peu, which means in addition, également, which means also, ensuite, next, in ensuite, remember we do not pronounce the T, it's silent. Deuxièmement, which means secondly, and as the name suggests, there's de in the beginning, de means two, so of course the meaning would be secondly, right? Also, if you don't know about the numbers, I've made two videos about it. My first very video, and there's also a specific video about all the numbers in French and their rules, which will help you, and there are tricks to learn it. Okay. Then there is oh. Oh means so. It's not or like in English, and the pronunciation is completely different. Then there's einzige, which means as well as, and there's lorsque, which means when or while. Okay, coming to the next one, we have contrasting phrases, as the name suggests, contrasting, which shows the difference between the two sections of the sentence. So they help you to juxtapose two ideas. Juxtapose means writing a sentence in that way that the difference between them is clearly visible. So I can say that Delhi is very polluted. On the other hand, Netherlands is not, or Amsterdam is not. So it's sort of giving me a clear difference between the capital of India and the capital of Netherlands, right? So en revanche, which means on the other hand, then there is pourtant, which means however, then there's néanmoins, meanwhile, or however. And if you remember, moi means that when you subtract something, and like first when you add something, you say plus, and when you subtract something in French, and then it's called moi. But over here, it's not really making sense in the sentence, but I just told you for a fun fact. So concluding phrases, as the name suggests, they help you to introduce your conclusion. So if I say in English, like, at the end of this essay, I would just like to end with, or some things to keep in our mind, or blah blah. So it's I'm just giving an example of an essay, but you can also use it in whichever writing form you want to use. Then there's so we have some concluding phrases over here which you can use for your writing to make it complex. Enfin, which means finally. Finalement, which means finally. Pour conclure, which means to conclude, or conclusion, which means in conclusion. So enfin, the pronunciation of it is very same as the one over here. I'll show you, like the one saying enfant in French, which means kids, children, or babies. Okay, so it's very similar to that, but does not mean that. Okay, then there's finale mos. In finale mos, you can see we have final, like the English word final. So it's pretty obvious that it means finally. And also you can see there's more, so it means it's an adverb, right? Then pour conclure, pour means to, okay, and then en conclusion, en means in, okay, and the spelling of conclusion is the same as in English. So now some complex structures, and these are some examples. Okay, quand j'étais plus jeune, so it means when I was young. It's the same as in my video about when I was young and in the future, wherein I told you two interesting phrases, and it was basically about the past tense and the future tense. If you haven't watched that video, please do check it out. But before checking that video out, check out the tense playlist, because first, if you check out the tense playlist, then only you can understand that video, because it talks about two different tenses, right? Then we have le soir, il faut que je fasse mes devoirs. That means in the evening. Le soir means in the evening. Over here is the English translation. Devoir means my homework. Okay, and may is a possessive adjective. That's the video we really did recently. And then there's a slash. Je prends une douche. I take a shower. Prendre is comes from the word prendre, which means prendre, which means to take. Une douche. Douche means shower. J'aide mes parents à mettre de table. So that means I help. Aid, as the name suggests in English as well, aid means to help. So in French as well, aider means it's a er verb. It means to, it ends with an er. It means to help or to aid. So I aid my parents to set the table. Mettre la table. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This topic was pretty interesting, as we could learn how to make a writing complex, and just with our simple phrase that we learned such a while ago. And I'm pretty sure you must have not learned it, so make sure that you write it in your notebook, memorize it, and use it in your exams. I'll be pretty happy. Tell me in the comment sections. I would love to read it. So thank you for watching. Do smash the like button, share this video with everyone, subscribe to my channel. I will see you all in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.